You know, folks, okay, nothing happened to me today, but I swear that, like, glass shards and stuff from when you break a glass or something are just designed to seek out your foot. Because sometimes I'll be, walking in an area where somebody has broken a glass a month ago. And obviously it will have been clean since then because, you break a glass, you immediately go pick up the pieces. And if you're real good about it, you also immediately vacuum the floor. I admit that I'm not really good about it. Usually I will wait a bit, but I'll sweep first at least. So you'll just be in a place where it's like, okay, it's over a month since you broke that glass. And you cleaned up, and then you walk in it barefoot, and then suddenly, oh, hey, here's a shard of glass. And you have to just sit there going, what the hell? Why do I have a... And then you remember, oh, I broke a glass over here a month ago. It's so stupid, man. If you're wondering why I'm thinking about that, it's because, well, I bought that CD player like a month ago, and my dad decided to go and fix the part that was broken with it because there's something wrong with it. I found out about it. I did all the taking it apart, but I mean, he was just like, yeah, I'll do the bit that involves the circlip and the belt on the motor because, yeah, there's a little circlip on a worm gear and stuff, and it's a real pain in the butt. So, yeah, he had a extra package of extra C-clips in case one of them went flying, and I thought about that today for some reason. That it's like, okay, I don't think they're dangerous enough to really get embedded in your foot or anything, but if they were, like, man, that would absolutely happen in the exact way that I described it. Also, as ever, shout outs to my dad, who is just like the most generous person in the world. I didn't even ask him for help. He just took this upon himself. I probably would have had to have asked him for help eventually because I'm not that good with my hands. But I could have at least unscrewed parts and been like, oh yeah, that belt's fucked. But hey, he saw me taking it apart on the table and he's like, hey, I'll do that for you, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, there's that issue as well with any sort of Lego build. You'll just lose things and you will get them embedded into your foot every once in a while. I think I dropped a couple of Lego parts recently because I was building something at my desk. So that's a little bit unfortunate. By the way, we are outside of Freezeezy Peak, which I'll be going into in a moment, but I just wanted to tell that story about, I've had that happen to me before with glass chunks. So, technically it's still a story. Anyway, here's our ice level for the game, because it's a platformer. Of course you have to have an ice level. And it is openly Christmas themed for some reason. And by that I mean there's a lot of Christmas present stuff around. I guess these oh-so-gifted developers were... I'm sorry, I forgot what joke I was going to tell after the snark, but we've got some sad baby polar bears here. Yeah, those curtains look about the same texture, so they very well could be... Oh. Sorry. And yeah, there's that Boggy painting. It's looking a little bit JPEG compressioned. Would have looked a little bit better on the 64 because your TV would have been so blurry you wouldn't be able to tell. In fact, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell if that was a portrait of Boggy. Oh, yeah, and here he is. Grown. Why did you just eat a random shiny object? What are you, stupid? Like, you just saw a random shiny object laying there and you're like, oh, I'm gonna put that in my mouth. You fool! Why would you do that? Why would it not occur to you, oh, perhaps this is made of metal? Because, yeah, there's a very high likelihood that it's made of metal. Oh god, yeah. Well, my experience with screaming about Lego, especially when any of it impacts the floor, is not necessarily because of stepping on it. It's because if I'm sitting over there, I do a lot of, like, goofing off with Technic parts. So it's like, hey, those will just disappear on you. I mean, this is true of regular Legos, too, very frequently. But, I mean, I don't know how common it is to have, like, the tiny little, like, coin, like, you know, the little round tiles. I don't know how common it is to have those in, say, black, which, if you're building any sort of Technic build, you are intimately familiar with tiny black parts. Because you're probably doing something that involves the usage of a 2-length axle. And those things will vanish. I'm at least glad the most expensive Lego part that I own is very large and very shiny. Because it's one of those big drills from one of the Rock Raider sets. I bought that on eBay, I think, like, at least 2 years ago now, and it was 20 bucks. Those are not easy to come by, and they are not cheap, because they printed the part in, like, 2 sets. And they haven't even done anything else in that shape before. So, I mean, sure, I could probably get some, like, silver paint to paint over one of them. That's probably a bad idea. Don't paint your Legos. That seems like, especially for anything that would move, very dumb idea. So don't listen to me when I say that. But if it was just something that was going to be on, like, display more than anything, I bought it because I had at the time bought what I freely admit is a completely bootleg motor set, but I bought a motor set because I was like, okay, and this drill, I'm going to see if I can't build a Big Daddy figure out of Lego, and I never really got around to it. Also, this walrus has a puzzle piece, but he's racist or something, so we have to approach him as a walrus, otherwise we're not going to be able to get his jigsaw. So, you know, a big evil witch just giving things that are necessary for our progress to a racist walrus. This is extremely British. What, is Gruntilda actually J.K. Rowling? Oh god, those are some opinions that I don't want to hear anything about from the Rare developers. Anyway, let's go talk to Bottles, now that I'm done effing around for a minute. That's right, it's time for the Beak Bomb. Calling it devastating or an attack seems like a bit of a stretch. My recollection of the Beak Bomb is that, first of all, it's extremely hazardous to your health. But second of all, you will hit, like, once out of... I don't know, I've had better gotcha odds than my hit rate with the Beak Bomb, okay? Yeah, like that. Although, honestly, that's probably more due to rank incompetence than anything, but Jesus. Oh yeah, and if you fuck up badly enough, that happens! The game thought that we were on the ground, and we started sliding, and we fell all the way off the snowman. What an amazing game. I can't believe you fucking people wanted a third one of these. And then nuts and bolts happened and everybody got mad. And it was what they deserved. Nah, I'm just mauling right now. Anyway, let's think about doing Beak Bomb stuff later. Because, yes, we also have to kill all the snowmen in this level. And we do that with the help of our new friend, the Beak Bomb. And by friend, I mean, like... I don't know what a good description for this is. Also, these feathers blend in a hell of a lot better on this than they did on the 64. So, credit there, I guess? I probably shouldn't be given credit for that, but hey. God, these ice physics are... Well, they're ice physics. Whoa! Hey, 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 hey. Could be worse. It could be Mr. Bones. I've seen Alan playing that, and those ice physics are a little rough. Anyway, going here into the big snowman's... I was trying to think of a joke for the name, but I couldn't think of one. Into the big snowman's corncob pipe, which... Yes, they are called a corncob pipe. I know that the phrase corncob nowadays, you know, different connotations, and then Al Gore got upset about it, and he tried to indicate that it meant something much worse than it did. So thanks a lot, Al Gore. The only reason that we're not all glad you didn't become president is because the other option was, well, let's not even go there. Updates for the NSO Game Boy Collection. Yoshi and Balloon Kid. Oh, I remember playing Yoshi. Yeah, I gambled a little too hard on that. I did not have the distance. I thought I did. I just wanted to use that in order to lose some height. In a more controllable manner than just, like, going in circles because, well, you know, still technically 1998 technology. At least we got this nice smooth camera. Set of waders around here to get through the cold water. Anyway, we were not done on top of the mountain yet, by the way. I just got a little bit sidetracked because there's a lot going on when you know it. I know, right? It's uncanny. It's a bit of an issue mentally. This is definitely wrong, but it does make the game play a lot better. I mean, what also makes the game play better is the fact that we got that Mr. Vile Jiggy in one go last time. I swear to God, that game is actually, like, super hard. I'm still kind of befuddled about the fact that I actually managed to pull... Whoa! Kazooie is out here trying to get me killed. Again. What am I doing? There's no long jump in this game. I don't know why I forget that. So, yeah, let's do this instead. We open up this present, and we have to rescue these light bulbs from creatures that exist solely to eat light bulbs for some reason. You've only got to save 10 of them, which is great because otherwise this might get to be a bit of a pain in the butt. I was about to say that one just... Oh, hey, get... Wow, good job there, Banjo. That was... Those were some incredible saves. Yes, for some reason there's a species in this universe that subsists solely on light bulbs. I have no idea why, but hey. Stop thinking about it. It's a platformer. But, in case I haven't made it clear, the less someone wants me to think about something, the more I will think about it. Oh, that visual effect was awful. So now we got to get on the flight pad, because we're still not done with this yet. Even when they're not dialing up the difficulty here, they are dialing up the amount of just crap you have to do. Because why not? And you gotta fly through this star several times. Oh, and now you gotta go inside and climb the tree. It's not that hard, it's just like, man, this definitely feels like a lot of work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Ideas that AI generators I mean, you know what? At least in this period, when you had weird games like this, it was a human being who was coming up with the weird shit, right? So, credit where it's due. Hey, we got all 3 presents. And make sure we collect these notes. I'm so glad this version of the game, rather, implements the ability for you to keep your notes on death. Because otherwise, I'd be very unhappy at various points throughout this run. It also means that in a certain level, I won't feel tempted to jump straight into the... Well, I won't spoil it, but it is probably the most infamous Jiggy in the entire game. Yes, it is an option that you can toggle. It's not a requirement. Much like this camera, which, admittedly, I don't know, if you prefer the original camera, that's, well, a strange opinion, that's for sure. Wow, I'm surprised that hit, actually, because I would have thought for sure that an angle like that... Whoa! That I would have just landed right in the guy's chest and bounced off and been like, okay, yeah, now how do I do this from here? Or I would have done something like that. And get out of the super cold water, you fool. Yeah, I mean, they're... At least with this, the developers are like, hey, yeah. There's a wide base of players who would play this. And we're gonna have something for all of them. Even if some of them are idiots. Oh, I see. The waiters are only on that side of the thing. Oh, there's Jinjo in here. I was gonna say, don't land on the fire. That would be really embarrassing. I'm doing things in a really very inefficient way. I know. But that's okay. Whatever you say, Mumbo. At least you're enjoying this for some reason. Although, yeah, to be fair, we would have to transform back to finish the level anyway, because we have to go into the walrus's cave, whatever that guy's name is. Scott the Waz or something? I don't know. Man, I don't know. Maybe I just immediately distrust, like, every YouTuber, but Scott the Waz looks like he would call me a slur. Anyway. Let's go and get us that thing, and then go visit a walrus. For some reason. No, a different walrus, I mean. Us. Not us, rather. What? I'm missing 9 notes from this level. I don't think that all of them are in Waz's cave, but they might be. Oh, hey, another Mumbo token. Yeah, we should probably pick up any of these that we see. We will need 20 for the next time that we have to deal with this guy. Which is in a whole 2 levels, so that's plenty of time for us to pick up the pieces. Wow, okay. Like I said, racist walrus. Anyway. Back into the cave. And you can see... I said you can see... that there's an orange Jinjo up there, so we need to come back here as Banjo later. But for now, there's this thing that we can go for. This passage, I believe, is completely impassable as Banjo. Forget about the fact that it would suck to do, but hey. Get ourselves one of these things, and there's an ice cube doing its thing. And of course, being a walrus, we have nothing to attack with. No tusks, no significant mass, you know. We can't possibly fight as a walrus. Don't be stupid. But we got the main thing that we need to walrus for at the moment. Is there anything up here? No, we already got it. Whoa, hey. We did at least get both of the honeycomb chunks for this level. Oh, right, the menu doesn't let me see how many total I have. I just wanted to do a quick recheck. We should be at 4 out of 6 for our next health unit, which means that we will be picking those up in the next level. Which is happening at, quite frankly, an equally incorrect time of year to this one. But we'll be dealing with that later. For now, we come in here and we visit this guy again. And we get turned back into a bear. A bear. Mm-hmm. And thank goodness we have these, because our health is a little bit low to be just tanking random hazard damage here. Dodge around this guy. This is probably not an ideal choice, but hey, let's go for it. First things first, we go pick up our health. Because we would like to not die. That seems like a thing that'd be a good idea to do, is to not die. And we continue to ignore that sled for the time being. I think I saw that somewhere, but I'm not necessarily completely certain. I might be thinking of something else. Ice cube. Okay, we might not need to be up here yet. So, hey, don't do that, Banjo. Okay, this is slightly worrisome because I'm about to be missing one note. Where the hell did I miss a singular note? I can say it's not on like the hat brim or something because I didn't fall off of this. Yeah, up here is just eggs. Is it down this way? On taking the sled? No, but we get one of those, and we slam right into Boggy, and instead of it, well, I guess maybe it did pop out of his mouth, but it did kind of look more like it came out of his ass. Anyway, apparently, he's off to something about a sled race. Hey, did you forget about your kid's presents or something, Boggy? You fucking deadbeat. He forgot about his kids' presents, didn't he, the fucking deadbeat? Well, whatever, that's fine. We got them. Banjo really stepping up to the plate and being actually halfway decent at this, I guess. And now all the kids are happy and we get a Jiggy for our efforts. A Jiggy that I'm surprised their dad didn't, like, steal to sell on for money to bet on his sled race. Or something. Oops. Get out the water. Oh. Oh, that'll be why. It's because my controller is going out to lunch. Well. I was going to say, as long as these guys are too stupid to know how to hit me. But, never mind. This is like a really bad time for me to have to reset my controller. The battery is fine. It's at like 72% or something. So it's not that. Yes, just make the fucking thing work. Setting up my ass. And there's no way for me to like force pause the game outside of that. I'd have to have a key set on the keyboard, which I should definitely have just like an emergency oh shit button on there. Because that's real bad timing for that. Oh. Oh, right. I can't set fucking... Okay, so good. Now I can't... Okay, there we go. If I mash escape, apparently. Okay, so unknown device connected. What the fuck do you mean unknown device, you piece of shit computer? No, I don't want to set up the thing through that. It apparently only works if I use the add a device thing here. Again, many reasons why I'm glad that they have the... What are you doing? Cancel. Oh my god, I am having some pretty serious problems right now with this controller. Hold up. Fuck, I don't know how to turn this thing off. Which it should just do automatically on its own, but it's decided not to, I guess. Okay, there we go. Try that again. Okay, I don't know why it did that, because it's not like there's a battery problem or anything. The battery is... That's not full, but it is decently charged. It just sometimes decides that... I wonder if it's some sort of Bluetooth-related issue or something. Good job. I also have no idea if all the snowmen have respawned or not. At bare minimum, I don't have to redo the sled thing with Boggy, so there's that. As much as I'd probably love to slam another sled into him, because... Oh. Yeah, that's where I left the note, was out of sight. I mean, yeah, technically, yes, that is true. I'd be playing the game as Rareware currently means for it to be played, I guess. With several asterisks and parentheses attached to that. Oh, right, I have to go recollect the Jinjos also. So that's good. Well, I was going to say, you better land that. But, yeah, the beak bomb on the snowmen seems to be aiming a lot better than I remember. So I don't know if that's an adjustment that was, you know, made by this being, well, weird version fusion kind of idea, but hey. Yeah, now we're in the, like, really shit angles for this, and also the amount of cooldown on using the beak bomb, like, you probably wouldn't think about it ordinarily, but it is rough. It don't need to be that high at all. It exists solely to punish you for missing. That, however, does not. That is just a Jinjo. Oh, what? Can I not? Oh, no, never mind. I was about to be very... just baffled by that positioning then, because... like, why would you have it in a place where I would need to use one basically to get there? That would be strange. Which, saying something in this game is strange. You know that that is funky, because... yeah. There we go. Okay, good. We did kill all the snowmen, so... with all that out the way, we now get to go up on top of the giant snowman. Which means, hey, did you want any of those red feathers? I sure hope not, because you're about to burn every single one of them. That was completely insane, but I think I expected to just bounce off. So, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get back here. Let's see, there's a little bit of, like, funky lighting over there. It does kind of make it look like there's a bit of Aurora Borealis going on around the stage here. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your Freeze Easy Peak. Yes. May I see it? Are you high enough up in the level? Whoa, shit! Not great! Aim for the water. Never mind. So let's go hit this witch switch because I didn't let go of the Z button fast enough there, really. And that opens the advent calendar up there. I believe to get that, we need the running shoes. Because that thing that summons a temporary flight pad is timed very, very tightly. And it requires the running shoes. The running shoes that we don't get until the next level, by the way. The running shoes, which you also need to get the last Jiggy in this level. Yeah, Rareware did kind of enjoy this idea of like, hey, yeah, you gotta backtrack to the previous level in the Collectathon platformer. Which, I mean, really, that's the thing that started with Mario 64 a little bit, but the difference is that they do it only a very few times in this game. And by a very few times, I mean basically, like, twice. You can use them in the Mr. Vile game, apparently, but I think those are just there to remind you of what'll happen to you if you lose. Now I'm trying to think, where's the blue Jinjo? It's just the blue Jinjo. Oh, well, one of them is in Mumbo's hut anyway, and the other one is elsewhere. And I'm trying to place where that elsewhere is. Okay, yeah, there's Boggy, who's got a sled. For some reason. Well, whatever. Let's pick up the Jinjo in here. Yeah, see, it's the yellow Jinjo in here. So the blue Jinjo is elsewhere, and I forget where. It may be a thing we need to be a walrus for. Off we go to go and suffer a little bit. Yeah, I'm just kind of storing up my energy here. Up on the sled, yep. Get on the sled. Get on the... Wow, I hate these games. Steer your sled through the red slalom gates and beat him to the end. Of course, it's a race in a Rareware game, so, like, we all know that this is going to be, like, eating toxic waste, right? Yeah, and because we screwed up... This is too easy, I'm giving up. What an asshole. I mean, obviously, like, you kind of need to play perfect on these things anyway, basically, but... I mean, still, what a monstrous prick. Like, it's not bad enough that this race sucks ass. It's the fact that also that he's just this arrogant tool, and he's a bad father, and he's out here racing against this walrus, this tiny, weird-looking walrus. 'Cause he's like, oh yeah, I can beat that for sure. It's like those adults who show up to Pokemon tournaments specifically so they can basically bully children. I don't know if that's still a phenomenon with the Pokemon TCG, but when I was younger, there were definitely a couple instances of, like, some dudes who would show up to those events with, like, super built-out decks and stuff. And, like, what are you getting out of this? What are you getting out of this? The fact that you can only get a W if you beat a literal child? Oh well, we beat him in 2, so that's close to first try by my standards. Get up there. How am I having so much trouble? Oh, right. That sounded really weird because of the jingle getting a little bit choked in a couple of places there. Oh, right. The blue Jinjo is up at the top of the snowman. That's right. That's what I was thinking. I don't know how I forgot that. Well, other than the usual ways. So once we do that, though, we will be done with this level until we get the other ability from Gobi's Valley. And when I say other, I mean that because it's the last one in the game. Which is... I don't know if that's weird or not, but hey. Let's just ignore this ice cube. Oh, right. I remember what happened now is that I tried to get onto the snowman's scarf and I missed it by a hair. That's why I didn't get the Jinjo earlier. Right. Or am I thinking of a different... Regardless. Fuck you, Boggy. Fuck you. There we go. Yay! Let's... die of fall damage. Well, I guess that is to be expected, really, but damn. It's alright. What else am I going to do with these lives, really? I can't just tap them for health at a drop of a hat. We can't get the other Jiggy here for a bit, so... back we go. Are there boots around somewhere? There's boots around somewhere, and I forget where. Oh yeah, there they are. I forgot about this room, because I was only thinking of the other room, which is a lot deeper, so... excuse me. And yeah, unsurprisingly, the quicksand with the liquid texture hurts you. So... my game just crashed. Well, ain't that special. I don't know how much of this got saved, then. I'm going to guess none of it. The game was upset that we finished that level so fast, I guess. Although it does say... no, it says 54 jigs. 54? 54? Wait, 5... no, that actually might be correct. Never mind. Yes, okay, so it did save everything. But the game still crashed for some reason. Okay, then. There's no crash log anywhere for this, I don't think. So I can't go look at it and see if it, like, told me if it threw an error or something. Well, that's weird. Oh, well. Sand eels, yeah, that's what you're going with? That's what you're gonna call the earthworms? That those clearly are? Okay. Thank you, Bottles. Pick up our first Jinjo, like, right off the hop here. Alright, so... what's up with this tree? Oh, you're in the wrong place, then. Are these types of plants, like, made so that way they can survive in low, low water environments? Also, I never noticed that the thing on this tree's head, it's got, like, a gem in it. It's like some sort of turban type of deal, I guess. You know, because it's in the desert. Stay classy, Rare, I guess. That's a thing. Make our way up here. There's nothing for us to worry about back there for the time being, but there's a flight pad. Do I need to be up here for... Oh, yeah, because I do, in fact, need to be up here. Not just for that thing, which we could probably try actually hitting. Yes, for some reason, the Sphinx is a cold. And we are terrible at aiming. Okay, we gotta hit one in each nostril, which makes sense, but I wasn't sure. Because usually this is one of those games that loves the rule of 3, so... My immediate thought was, hey, yeah, land 3 in each or something. I think we can probably skip the Mumbo token because we'll find more, but... Yeah. Now here's more feeding eggs to things that it would be very silly to feed eggs to. This time we're standing on these wavery carpets, but I don't think they have, like, a real effect on our accuracy. It's just going to come down to my inability to aim, really. Oh. I thought for sure there would be a chance, but there was not. Oh, hey. Look out there. For old Handmaster or whatever. He laughed at me too. Wow, okay. Well, whatever. I got your token and I got your notes. I'm out of here. Turned way too far there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so now we've got this. Now I have to hash out how to get at that Jinjo. Other than, I guess, just go back down and try harder. Because this gives us enough height. Will the distance be okay? I could swear this was significantly more, like, involved of a location, so... The answer there is no. Let's take a look from this side. I wish at bare minimum that our like, long jumps... Okay, yeah, so it's as simple as get from here. But I wish our long jumps were good enough that we could get to the, that we could just get over to the carpets and not have to take all that fall damage. Ah, yes, and here's this flying beetle who's kind of like the equivalent of the buzz bomb from the swamps. And here's what I was saying about bees. So now it's late in the game. Oh, this thing still doesn't want to talk at us? Well, okay then. If you break the beehive, it will cause the bees to try to attack you, and you want to outrun them. The Talon Trot is a nice, easy way to do that because it makes you move real fast. Oh, I hear a Jinjo somewhere. I also see this thing. Yeah, so that's pretty obvious how you get to that. Just fly at it. Pick up your green Jinjo that way. Oh, see, it's closing before the timer ends. And the timer was, of course, running in the cutscene because why not? So it says 10 seconds, but you really get more like 6. Which is pretty dirty, all considered. Now, just hitting this mummy stunts it for a moment, but if we want to kill it completely, we hit it with the Wonder Wing. Now we get a matching game. You better believe I don't remember where jack shit here is, so... Is it here? No, it was... Clearly it was, like, here. Yeah. This was here, I think? Yes, that's a suspicious pattern at this point. Oh. That did suddenly have me worried about falling out of the world, so that's great. Thank you for scaring the shit out of me, game. Okay, Mumbo was... No, he was here, pardon me. Jinjo and Jinjo. And yeah, see, the fact they only made it be 8 pairs, that's pretty easy. Oh, hey, there's a camel over there stuck to a rock. Now that's kind of messed up. Who would do this, such a thing? There's also those shoes over there. We can't go in this place until we get the ability to use the running shoes, which is not out here. Never mind. Oh, you're a hand and you're called Grabba. That's a choice, and also way too obvious. And tiddly-tastic. Where is the bottle's running shoes location? Well, I guess we will deal with that in a few. Instead, there's plenty of stuff we can get through flight, so why not that? Hey, we just gotta go and fly through some rings. Just like Superman 64. Wait. Hey, can I just fly at you? No, unfortunately, he's too smart for that, so... Never mind. Well, maybe saying too smart is a bit of a stretch, but... You understand what I'm getting at here. He knows how to deal with that. His detection isn't completely seismic, so... At least the waiters seem to counteract fall damage, I think. Whew, we just barely got away with that without taking damage. That's kind of impressive, actually, by my standards, which are not great, but you saw how I goofed up there. Oh yeah, that's where the camel is hanging out, right? Okay, that didn't look pounded in, so I hit it again for that reason. I'm not that kind of a fool, I think. Maybe I am, but I don't like to think of myself that way. Okay, I don't know where the next one went. A lot of this place kind of looks the same because it's a desert. But hey. Another thing we can do, meanwhile, is completely fail to land that, and then we end up in that position. Boy, I love cooldowns on jumping. And up here is just just a set of running shoes. No, seriously, where the fuck is Bottles in this level? How have I, like, completely and conclusively missed him this much? I'm gonna assume that he's in, like, a super obvious... Yeah, he is in a super obvious place, and it was just hidden because of the fucking draw distance! Oh my god. The Rareware experience. Ugh. Really? I bumped into its wing and I took damage, I guess. Eesh. Oh, hey, good. Now I get to waste red feathers to get out of the hole. Well, hey, at least there's the Oracle statue I was looking for. And see, the ring on their heads rotates, which is weird. Because you'll catch just a few frames of it, and you'll be like, am I hallucinating right now? Because you get to see so little of it. Also, for some reason, this openly Middle Eastern themed desert has this many cacti in it, which I think is not really as much of a thing. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Hey, that's not the left C, apparently. As we come in here and we get to be reminded of the fact that we are playing a game made by the English. Because we get some incredible racism here. Yeah, let's skip over as much of that voice as we can, too. Because, yikes. There's a lot of things in this game that are not great, but oh boy. That's up there. Oh, by the way, if you reflect an egg off of something with your back C button, it'll bounce right back into your inventory. And you stand on the snake. And fall off because the game doesn't want to let you just climb on this thing's basket head, which is apparently not flat for some reason. Well, real cool, Rareware. On so many levels, you've done something strange, all right? Let's get the hell out of here before I become more annoyed. Door closes behind us. I guess we should finish off the... Oh! They fucking reset! Are you kidding me right now? That is bad design. It's bad a lot of things, but especially bad design. Unless you have to, like, go in a, like, set path, and this was the beginning. Never mind, this is the last one. Okay, so... Anger dispelled. It just... Because it was in the same place as the first one. It just threw me off. Well, that's probably my own fault, really, but also... It's rare. They would do that on purpose. Alright, let's get our hide tanned a little bit here. And go find those running shoes. Let's do this one first. So yet another instance of a clock that's lying to us because it's moving during the cutscene. So thanks a fucking lot, Rareware. Yeah, we were just barely too slow because I think I was probably just thrown off by the thing, so. The new Doom Train design, yeah. From 14, where it's honestly mostly the same, but it gets hands. That's so funny. I love that. I love that they just were like, yeah, we need to give it hands. It just makes the whole thing a lot funnier. Oh, geez, we almost didn't make that. Now we're not going to make it because I... Yep. I hate this so much. In case it weren't clear that this sucks, it sucks. So that's why we're trying to do it now instead of waiting until we do another one. Do the ones that suck the most the soonest, because there's one particular challenge later in this level that really, well, I'm not going to say I have trauma related to it, because that's a little bit of a stretch, but still. Whoa! Yeah, that ended a little fast. Please at least don't kill me until I get all the Jinjos game. Come on. I guess, fine, I'll go and deal with Grabba. In general, it does kind of feel a little bit early for them to be being this precise with... Motherfucker. I've had that 1,000 years. Yeah, sure you did. And he just sort of waves as he drifts away. Well, get wrecked, nerd. You should have cashed that in a while ago for the, like... however much the deposit is on used jigsaw pieces in your local territory. 10 cents? 15 cents? Wait, no, that's bottles. I'm sorry. You! Whoa! I was afraid I was going to take fall damage there because this game loves to dish that out. Oh, I think I just have to reset that one because that was not great. That just sort of, yeah, gave me some problems. I think it's the simplest way to put it. It gave me some problems, which is absolutely a true statement, even if not particularly a specific explanation. Yeah. That was bad. I may have to just jump more. I don't know if I actually move faster when I jump, but it feels like I do. I mean, obviously anything that lets me cut around like that is good. Oh, wow. We almost did not make that. And hey, look, it's a big room full of water. Yeah, it was needless, let's just say. And let's destroy all of these mummies, because I don't like them very much. By draining the water out of the pyramid, we have put it into that moat in that area that was full of sand. So now it will be not full of sand anymore. For some reason. Crystal Skull. There was a Mumbo token up there. We picked that up. Yes, if you miss out on it, it's gone forever. At least the game does give you a few extras of those around, but I do agree that that kind of sucks on some level. I think you might technically be able to get it again if you reset the level, but that's a lot of effort for one Mumbo token, really. Because there's a lot of them. Yes, but I forget if the moat resets is the thing, so that's why I'm only half sure at best, which even then saying that might be a bit of a stretch. This might have been why I was thinking that the other Sphinx mouths that we saw earlier needed 3 eggs each. Because these ones do. As we're raising up a thing here, can you guess what it is? Of course you can, it's a pyramid. And yeah, here we go. It's King Sandy Butt's tomb. But this place is no laughing matter. You chose not to heed our warning. Prepare to run. Yep. This place freaked me out when I was a kid, and I failed the race here. Oh god, this is probably not a good thing to be stopping for right now, but hey. Get out of the way, mummy. Oh, I'm not here for your gold. I'm here for your Jinjo. No, I was actually here for the puzzle, but first I wanted the Jinjo. Well, that's a load off my shoulders. And the rest of me. Now, I can't for the life of me remember if there's anything else of import in the maze. I don't know if there's any more notes or anything. We got the witch switch, we got the jiggy, so we're going back in to double check. Because since we've got all 5 Jinjos, if we die, who fucking cares? Oh, we got some more gold feathers, that's always good. Oh, hey. Extra life. And yeah, this is the first instance, by the way, of a timer where if you fail, you die. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Those are just like gold feathers, I think. Hey, don't stick on that. Yeah, really playing with fire here. Let's do one more run to just double check that those were in fact nothing in that one corner that I couldn't properly see. Oh yeah, it's just eggs. Well, I've used a fair chunk of those, so that's not bad. Yeah, if you run out of time here, the ceiling crashes down on you and you get a first-person view for Banjo when it happens. It freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid. Like, that made me kind of yank the cartridge and never go back to the game because it scared me a little bit. And I know that's a big weenie thing, but I was scared of a lot of shit when I was young, I guess. I mean, I know that to be true, but I suppose that's just how it was. Yeah, the music is like... And it's speeding up too, so it's very nerve-wracking. Just all around. A bit of a rough time. But now that we're done with all that, let's wait here for this carpet again. Oh. Yeah, it does actually fade out. I just never caught it in the actual thing to be sure of that, so. Hey, we freed a camel. Oh, is that why it's Gobi's Valley and not because of any reference to any real life places? Next Monday game, I don't know yet. I have no idea yet. Gobi, you can just suck up more water out of the pond and also don't be an asshole. You know what I gotta do now. And this even more phallic than usual tree just stands straight up after drinking Gobi's fluids. I know that the jokes are like really easy, but come on. I'm sure that somebody at Rareware HQ back in 1998 was making the same joke when they were finishing this game. But there's our 10th Jiggy, and we are missing 13 notes. Of which I know where there's a few offhand. The rest, however, not so much. Which does have me a little bit worried. Speaking of things that have me worried, where's that damn carpet? Does it spawn up here? Oh, I see. Happens over there, huh? Oh, I could have waited for it over there. Well, oops. Hey, you. What the hell are you doing with that? Oh, good luck with that, dude. Get the fuck out of here, Gobi, you greedy jerk. Oh, right. Take the waiters, because I think there's probably 8 notes along this sort of rim here. And there we go. That's Gobi's Valley done. And now we can go do the same thing to Freeze Easy Peak and get a couple of lobby jiggies. And then need to open the 450 note door, I think. Not that I wasn't going to anyway, but I believe we actually have to now, so. Grab the sandy boots, not to be confused with sandy butts, and get out of here. I mean, yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? Well, oops. Yeah, very rude of the game to leave an enemy that has to be killed with Wonder Wing out here, because it's just kind of rude, honestly. But we got the running shoes, so we got a job we can do now. Hey, get in there. Wow, that guy's a real asshole. Well, judging by my performance, it's probably a botch job at this point, but hey. Alright, now I hit the switch, and we get no bounce up. That's unfortunate. God, these fucking ice physics. Whoo! Can't believe we got away with that. But we just go through this tunnel. And we go up here at the top of the advent calendar, pick this thing up. And I mean, I guess we could kill the snowman if we want to, but sure, I'll go for it. Why not? I don't like that guy very much. Or we can fail to. Whatever, we tried. There's no reward for it that I'm aware of, so it's off we go now. Back to that 450 note door. Might be saying, aren't you forgetting something? Yes. But I don't want to remember, so it's fine. Yeah, we got a landmine over here. Let's go back to ignoring that thing for a bit. Landmine. It's underwater. It's not a landmine if it's underwater. That would be stupid. Even if it's a mine that only works underwater, it's still a sea mine at that point somehow. Don't ask me how that works, but that music wants me a little bit. Yeah, we gotta go pretty far out of the way in order to find the next puzzle. It's slightly odd. Yeah, do a couple of these kind of jumps. Press the Z button and immediately fill in Mad Monster Mansion. Ooh, if you thought the camera angles sucked before, this is where the game starts to get fucking malicious with them. And it's not like it needs something else to you have to abuse you with, but hey. Now you get those and the goofy noises. Jump up this platform. And, yeah, let's go back to Freezeezy Peak. It's time to suffer. Because we have to go race Boggy on foot. Okay, so where does my, I was gonna say, where do my running shoes show up? Right there. Yeah, it's the same course as before. It's just that you're on foot now, and you're using the running shoes, which means you don't really control the best in the world. But you could be doing a hell of a lot worse. Well, we screwed that up. Because, you know, it couldn't just be a normal race. They got to make sure that you're actually on the course properly, and they don't know how to code it otherwise, I guess. And he shoved me out of the way a couple of times there, so that's good. We're probably dead in the water over this one. The water, of course, being the result of the ice in this level all melting because of my white-hot apocalyptic fury. Are you goddamn kidding me, dude? Like... I guess apparently that didn't count, even though I definitely hit the flag on the inside. You can see why this is a bit of a problem, because, like I said, there's issues. And the fact that it doesn't control the greatest is already kind of a start. And then there's the part where this guy is, you know, huge and blocks you. And also the hitboxes on these slalom gates, if you want to call them hitboxes, which it's more like a hit line, I guess, are ungenerous and not in your favor. Whoa, don't fall in the water, otherwise we are super dead. Because we just lose the shoes at that point. And thanks to the crappy movements we have to make there, that gets a lot tighter than it needs to. Well, that only took me like 3 tries, I think. We could have done a lot worse at that, all considered. But just overall, hey, it's a Rareware game race sequence. It handles badly. And it's got... I think it has some sort of rubber banding mechanic to it, too, because they really need to do that. But we're finally done with Freeze Easy Peak. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what kind of time I've spent in some of these levels. I spent less time in Bubble Gloop Swamp than Clanker's Cavern. Yeah, that scans. And we spent more time here than in Gobi's Valley, which also completely makes sense because honestly, Gobi's Valley is an easier level than this. Even with all the like damage zones everywhere in Gobi's Valley, this level kind of has that too. I think they might have got switched at some point. Because someone at Rare was like, okay, well, we don't want to make this a completely linear trek to get to 100%. So we gotta switch a thing around a little bit, and they just decided that this was the easiest way to do it, I suppose. Anyway, now that we're done that, somehow in much less time than I thought we would be, let us go back to this level, this area, so that way we can go enter this level. Here we are in the lobby of Mad Monster Mansion. Yet another level that it's a little bit unseasonable for right now because this is our de facto Halloween level in February. Well, whatever. That's just how it do sometimes. And there are no new moves for us to learn here. Yeah, it's Beak Barge to open the door. Granted, we can't do anything in here. Yeah, thank you, Gruntilda. Have you considered a career as a rapper? Yeah, we have to solid snake our way through this room. We got to use stealth here. And by that, I mean don't touch the floorboards because they're all creaky, apparently. Every single one of them. If you wake up Napper, he will attack you, and you won't be able to pick up the Jiggy. But hey, I'm here for the notes more than anything. Parentheses, this is also exactly what I used to say about Tumblr. Or something. I don't know. Give me that Mumbo token, and let's get our asses out of here. Yeah, see, if this was the other way around, if it was like an entire room of table, you just gotta make a good long jump like that, I might have been able to pull it off. Unfortunately, that would be very, very silly. And we all know this game isn't about silly things. Thank you for finally being in that damage box there. Yeah, we've got the eels, but they look different this time. Because they're supposed to be skeletal, but I don't know if it works very well. And of course, the skeleton is, as always, only vulnerable to gold feathers. And by as always, I don't know why I said that, but just like the mummies. Honestly, I think at this part of the game, other than the camera deciding to turn on you, which is multiple jokes at once. Oh god, what? This is what I get for making that pun. I think that the most toxic adjustment to difficulty here, other than the camera, is the fact that there are so many enemies that you need to use gold feathers to kill. Because, yeah, there do not need to be that many enemies that you need gold feathers to kill. That would just be silly. Especially with how few you have. Those are precious, man. I can't be going around wasting those for every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the, you know. Because, yeah, in addition to the skeletons that require gold feathers, there's also ghosts that require gold feathers. So the least the game could do would be to give me a nice, big supply of those. There's a Jinjo in that old oak barrel. Number 8, year 1881, I guess. They just wanted a nice symmetrical number. Now, you see, if this was a good level... You know what they would do if this was a good level? They would have an area where you break one of these open and you're able to go somewhere else and you use it as a passage. I think that was a thing in Uninvited. And one of the 3 of the 4 ICOM Mac Venture games that were ported to the NES. With the one that didn't get ported being Deja Vu 2, but I believe there was an interest in porting Deja Vu 2. And eventually Deja Vu 2 got ported to Game Boy Color. But for some reason, Uninvited was not ported to Game Boy Color. Of those 4 games, the only one that got onto both machines, the only ones that got there were Deja Vu 1 and Shadowgate. And if we're being quite honest, I understand why, because both of those are absolute classics of the genre. Meanwhile, Uninvited is pretty good, but the NES version of it is significantly better than the Mac original, in a way that I don't know is necessarily the case for either of the others. And by I don't know it's the case, I mean that I'd have to think on it a little bit, because I've played all of them. But other than that, like, yeah, they're all pretty good. It's just that Uninvited is probably less so, aside from the overall vibes. Oh, right. Also, the soundtrack on the NES version of Uninvited is quite bad as compared to the others. It's full of a lot of attempted, like, atmospheric, I guess, music that really is just, like, very short tracks that loop way too early, that really couldn't pull off much atmosphere because, you know, 8-bit sound chip and composers who weren't very good at pulling that off with it. Oh, another thing that happens difficulty-wise, and we might get to see it in this level, is that sometimes enemies will deal double damage to you. I'm not sure what the circumstances are necessarily. It seems like it's effectively random, like they almost deal 1.5 damage. But that just sounds stupid to suggest, so I will stop suggesting it. Right, in order to get that thing, we need the level's transformation, as usual. If you didn't already know there was a Mumbo, that will clue you into it, because all of them have a couple of features in common, and one of them is the ability to go in things that Banjo is too tall for. Oh. Ah, yes, we're in a bathroom. This is, about what I expect, really. And the toilet talks at us. For some reason. I know what the some reason is. It's because toilet humor. Slightly literally, but hey. And I mean, I get it. There is something kind of funny about, you know, once. I guess at least they didn't have to have you get flushed down a toilet in any of the other 3D Rareware games that I can recall. So, hey. Well, yeah, but he's not the only one who's called Banjo fat in the game. And, you know, bears are usually kind of rounded, so if you're dumb, you might see that and be like, oh, well, clearly a fat bear, but not every bear is a fat bear. We gotta put him in the Fat Bear Showdown polling on, like, whichever one of those social media platforms it is. Clearly. Anyway, get wrecked, nerd. I got your jigsaw from out of your green ass. Man, now it's gone, so I guess he's pronouncing Sean as Shown as Sean. Which is not... not exactly unusual in, like, some British accents, but not a thing in the Americas here. That was probably not the best use of my energy or resources, so whatever, let's get out of here. That really is just a flight pad, literally just there for the purposes of making sure that you can grab a 1-up. Well, at least this green water, although it looks like it should be kind of nasty because of how low the standards are for dirty water in this game. It's perfectly normal. Walking on it won't even hurt you. However, there are those over there for traversing the brambles, or is there water over there that does hurt you? I mean, usually you just traverse the brambles up using other methods, but hey. What do I know? The answer is, it depends very heavily on the subject matter, doesn't it? Yeah, I knew we could beak barge that. I just didn't remember when we'd be able to. Okay, yeah, that shallow water hurts us for some reason. The game didn't even come up with a clever excuse for it. It's just like, nah, you just took some damage. Like, what is it, poisoned? Is it full of, piranhas? Maybe it's just kind of gross. And Banjo, infamously a big weenie, doesn't like it. I screwed that up because I pressed the Z button before I had landed on the roof properly. And that time I just didn't switch into Talon Trot fast enough. Fine, get out of here. You are no Mr. Bones, buddy. Fine, we'll just do it the easy way, I guess. Instead of not doing it the easy way. Alright, so before we deal with this puzzle, big air quotes on puzzle there. Pick up the notes. And here. Oh, solid one. Tumblar, the mighty. Now remember, that's a Z over there, not an N. Once again, they're making you spell your name in this game a lot. Wow. Really? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you have to spell your name so much. I mean, surely in some way this is like related to Gruntilda, especially because we've got her ugly mug all over the floor here on these tiles. Like, what, is she relying on Banjo and Kazooie being illiterate in order to beat her, you know? Is there any lore reason for it, or could they just not think of any good puzzles? I mean, it could go either way, really. So yeah, haunted house level, so we've got to have a hedge maze, right? And it's full of chuckling ghosts here who, you know, look like sentient boogers a little bit. Maybe I'm just saying that to try to get their goat. Because, once again, the sheer amount of enemies requiring gold feathers. I mean, the least they could do is replace some of these red feathers with gold feathers, because we don't need, like, almost any red feathers in this level. There's, like, 2 places you can fly, and that's it. One of them you can literally only get a 1-up out of. The other is in the big church, which we'll get to later. Oh yeah, lock's facing away from us, so we can't do that here. How about this one? Oh yeah, there's a switch that we need to hit, and it's to open up the church, not just the church grounds here. That's my bad. Yeah, we got killer gravestones here. And of course, little pots that you can drop an egg into, you know, and have the physics betray you. There's a couple of them all across the grounds here for us to negotiate with. Let's bump off these tombstones real quick. This is so strangely hard. Like, why does this need to be that difficult? In fact, I'm surprised that it is that hard. Oh, we don't even have to peck this one. Bizarre. Is that all this room is for? I could have sworn there was something else here. Of course, I can't first person because... You know, big oopsie by the folks who made this. Otherwise, pretty good, but, like, hey, put it on the L button or something. You know, the L button that goes unused in almost every single fucking N64 game. Because the controller was designed like butt. Then also, I feel like the L button didn't really get widely used on the SNES either. Like, obviously the select button didn't because, I mean, the select button isn't the real button. That's just a shared hallucination we're all engaging in. But the L button not being used, I've always found that to be really strange, especially for the SNES where you're not holding it in some weird grip. Shut up, Windows Defender. I don't fucking care. I can't imagine that even works properly anymore with how Microsoft is pushing their really, really mediocre AI. You know, forget about being AI. It's not even good at what it's intended to do, so... Massive L for Windows and Microsoft there. There's a reason why I want to look into Linux-related stuff. Although I'm sure that'll just be a complete nightmare to do anything with, because Linux is just kind of hell. Well, okay, that's not true. Linux is definitely, there's a pretty steep learning curve. And Linux also rather famously doesn't have a very good community for helping people. As a rule, like, everyone that I've ever met who has tried to do anything with Linux has reported that just trying to get help, they've just been faced with needless hostility, even for things it's like they did everything they were told to with it, and these people are just like, oh, well, you know, the equivalent of, have you tried pressing the on button kind of advice? Which, yeah, actually, that kind of scans for anything that's, like, mostly got programmers as a user base. Not for nothing, you guys are very good at programming, but social skills are something that you have just pointedly avoided a lot of them. You know? Not that I'm saying that I'm good at, like, anything social otherwise, but there's just sort of a level after which it's, well, a pretty serious bad time. Now, I am looking for something. I'm not just going around murdering skeletons, even though, let's be honest, in this case, it's actually kind of fun to just go and demolish all these skeletons. I could go do some of the stuff relating to Mumbo right now, but I'm looking for the thing that will open the church so I can go deal with that. And this is also sort of the part of the game where I start forgetting things, so that's really great. Actually, I am going to go and look in Mumbo's hut for any items we need to pick up on the upper rafters. Because there's usually something. There's 2 notes on the ground floor here at least, so let's see what's going on up here. Yeah, nothing up there. We must have done that already. Okay, well, good. At least he's got a gold feather for us, so I can be satisfied with that. Anything behind the place? Yeah, there's another gold feather. Excellent. We need all of those that we can get for dealing with this level. Okay, well, there's the running shoes. Which means the switch is right here. Oh, we're not allowed to... We have to actually slam this switch. That is irritating. I guess that just kind of be how it be, so... Oh, we're nowhere near there. How do I do this then. I guess I gotta go the... Yeah, this route is leading us well and truly astray. We gotta go this way and then up the road. Yeah, 1 second. You see, the requirements on this are incredibly tight. Okay, there's 2 more notes here. I don't know if there's more notes in the upper part here. Oh, I still see some on the piano. I was like, I don't know how many notes we're going to be missing when we're done in here. Because there are going to be some that we have to get as the transformation. You know, the pumpkin, the least useful one yet, which is really saying something. But that's this part of the game for you. The main idea that anyone at Rareware had at this part of the development was to completely just kick the player in the head over and over. As they do. As is their prime talent, really. Oh. Yeah, I'm doing that jump real badly while I'm on chicken legs here. That's better. We got those, and backflip up. Guess we got a backflip up there too. And we high jump our way up here. All right. Moat sand. Yeah, that's a pretty good joke actually. As you can see though, they had to mangle the spelling a little bit in order to make the pun work because of just not knowing, I guess. Just repeat after him. Now, thankfully, this is a sequence where you just can play the keys as he's playing, as opposed to it being a full memory challenge. You know, not like the Tip Top Choir. Oh, hey. That's okay. It's just a little bit of variations. You ever heard of jazz? You like jazz? You see, because all the beehives have bees in this level. Oh. Never mind. That joke's not funny. It's about the jiggies you don't collect. Good one, Roundy. Unfortunately, if we want to get if we want to, we want to beat the game, we do have to get, like, all but 2 or something. Parentheses, if we want to beat the game and also get the red. So as much as, yeah, it's a joke on the thing that you hear about jazz all the time. Unfortunately, I'm here to ruin the joke by saying, yeah, there's not a lot of jiggies we can skip. As I proceed to massively over-explain my own bit, and suddenly whatever humorous effect it may have had before is made even worse. If I could remember the lower arm bones, the tibia and fibula, or is that the leg bones? I can't remember. Otherwise, I'd be making it a gag with that. And we all start gagging anyway. Because it's my jokes. And that's how you show your appreciation. Or something. Now, where the hell is that flight pad? There it is. In a really crappy looking spot, honestly. That didn't seem like it'd be a good time, but we got it. And now... there's one of these up here, but I don't know what else. Oh, there is a gold feather. So that's nice. And there's a Mumbo token and a witch switch. Oh, another gold feather. That's good. I just thought for sure that there was like a Jinjo up here or something, and I forgot. For some reason, that made the music reset. What happened there? Game, you are being strange. Alright, well, deal with Boney M over here real quick. Pick that up. Oh, right, we didn't get the other one yet because that requires us to be a pumpkin. Granted, we're already at the maximum HP, so picking these up isn't actually going to do anything for us, but we may as well, because at this point, we're already getting everything else in the game. Oh, plus there should be a bunch of health around here from when I killed all those angry gravestones that wanted to give me a piece of their mind. Make our way up here, and... yeah, hey, Mumbo. You find big hidden What? Oh, is this some sort of, like, Easter egg? That's weird, because... I don't know what triggers this. I've never seen this bit of dialogue before. I think it might literally be random. Soup. Man, that's the second time out of 4 that Mumbo has threatened to kill us. Banjo, are you sure you can't find another extremely racist-styled witch doctor in this entire witch's lair to help us out? Maybe one who doesn't want to kill us. It had to happen if I was going for that. Okay, only 9 more notes, which is not really the weirdest possible number, but it is sort of in that area where you start feeling a little bit worried because it's an odd number for a start. And these kind of games love to group things up in even number groups. Or if they're in odd number groups, they're usually in groups of 2 or wow. Good job, me. Usually they're in groups of 3 or 5. So at bare minimum, again, that's why 9 isn't that weird, because it's a very easy multiple of 3. Yeah, see, just like that, there was a group of 5. Which puts us at 4 notes away, which is significantly less concerning. Especially, this game really does love its groupings of 4. That's probably its favorite. Unfortunately, I cannot for the life of me remember how to get up on top of that roof section. I mean, I can see the vision a little bit because it's on one of these brambly surfaces, and you have to, like, use that to cross from one side over to the other, but how to get up there in the first place? Okay, I think I see it now. That... Yeah, because you see that ramp over there? Is there, like, a crack in the wall that's... It might be on the other side. Or is that just an offer? No, there's the hole in the wall. I see it. You go through the hole in the bricks. The hedges don't have that because... Well, I guess it doesn't make sense or something, but come on, it's Banjo-Kazooie. Talking about sense in this game feels wrong. Alright. Now, unfortunately, I can't move the camera there, which does cause some cooperation issues. I'll deal with that in a moment. Because there's some crap to get in here, and I think it might be 4 notes in here, even. Not that I can see very well, but... there's a gold feather. Oh, no notes in here, I guess. 0 out of 2, no notes. And by 2, I mean 4, because I'm missing 4 notes. Not 2. Or Zatsu. Wait. Alright. Now, we jump in the turlet now that we're small enough to get flushed, apparently. Yeah, sure, for some reason, Logo can swallow a toilet. Wow. For some reason, the toilet can swallow a pumpkin. I got a little bit... listen. This sure is a part of the game. It's the 90s, everybody. Ow! Also, there's eels in the toilet here for some reason. And we go back and we come back out for some reason. What hands? I don't have hands. Not right now. Granted, I mean, he's a bear. He usually has paws, not hands, but hey. We'll set that part aside. Because, for now, I am... First of all, I was trying to see if I could see any notes off in the distance there, and I could not. But I'm still missing a... I'm still missing a Jiggy. Well, it's because I'm missing a Jinjo, isn't it? Where am I missing that Jinjo? Where am I missing the 4 notes? There's nothing here, right? Nothing here. Still at a bit of a loss for these notes. Is there a door or a window that I failed to break over at the cathedral area, maybe? Well, regardless, let's go and... turn back into a bear, thanks to Mumbo. I guess check these to see if any of them are hiding anything I didn't get into before. I mean, we were in that one room, so... Yeah, there wouldn't be any way for us to reach that high up anyway, so... How would it be in there, right? Yeah, nothing going on there, so... I guess it's time to just go look around and see where I missed probably breaking open a window or something. It can be ground floor for all I know, because there's a couple there. By the front door, that's... there. Oh, there it is. It's literally right in front of us. And yeah, like I said, last Jiggy is our last Jinjo, and those last 4 notes will surely all be in the same place. Yay! We did it, everybody. Yeah, and all 4 notes literally right there. Yeah, whatever. You can damage me if you want. I don't care. I'm just doing one last check for any important things to pick up, and one of them is a gold feather. Now we gotta actually hold up a sec. I don't think we have to turn into a pumpkin yet. I think we've got to actually go and break open a gate outside of the mansion, out in the lobby, and then we come back and become a pumpkin in order to make progress. I don't know if that's correct, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, this gravestone is looking especially big. Yes. So we need to be a pumpkin to get into that little building over there, which is where we have to go for our next level painting. It's always spoiling for a fight, apparently, Banjo. Well, you do you. Let's get out of here. I think that noise is the noise of the bat's wings flapping. Get away from me. What a jerk. The guy's also kind of a jerk, but hey. Yeah, whatever, Gruntilda. Dust Star 6. Hello, how are you? So now that we're here, we turn back into Banjo because Mumbo is in here for some reason. This feels like one of those things that... Get down here. This feels like one of those things that you almost wouldn't know unless you went over this game with a fine-tooth comb. Glad to hear it. So we're going to pound this switch, and it's going to raise the water level over in the 450 note lobby area, which is... well, it is actually good, because we need to do that in order to get around. Yeah, this is definitely a place where it's very easy to get confused. Because this is such a strange choice. Plus, you've already just had to deal with a level that was full of camera shenanigans, so you're probably a little bit flummoxed on top of it, so that's... Thanks a lot, Rare. But now that we've finished with our Dance of the Manse here, I'm pretty sure that Mumbo won't mind if we steal his pumpkin magic for a little while longer. because once we cross this particular bridge here... Well, I don't know about hacks necessarily, but they're definitely evil. Or at least in the sense of they love making games that are a little bit rude. I've played those Donkey Kong Country games. They can be really mean. Yeah, that platform is not great. But we found Cheeto. So... Oh, yeah, I mean, this is a good place for it, isn't it? Grunty. Enter red feathers on sandcastle floor. In, of course, Treasure Trove Cove, because I don't know where else we would find a sandcastle floor, but... There it is, and there's Brentilda again. In a really out-of-the-way place. Calculated. It's fine. We have a lot of lives at this point, so we don't need to worry about those, because we managed to get away from the last couple of levels without dying, although Freeze Easy Peak, not so much. I guess we saved a little bit of time once you account for all of that, because we didn't have to go slowly along that platform. Anyway, we have got a lot of stuff to do here. And that would involve, first, we go back this way, because we have to use that 12-second flight pad. At bare minimum, it would be very hard for me to say that nobody tested this because of basically everything that requires the running shoes. They tested these things to within an inch of their lives. This is almost problematically tight. That's actually the best time that I've ever had getting there. Can we lower ourselves just a pixel here? And that was a pixel too far, apparently. But, yes, you just destroy Gruntilda's glass eye here. In the statue, it's not her actual glass eye. She probably has normal eyes. Non-glass eyes. Eyes that actually see. And before we do the cheat code, because thank goodness we don't have to retain that through an entire life. That would be upsetting. We get to go back here, and yeah, like I said, the 450 note territory. The water is much deeper now. However, as it turns out, it's not deep enough. And for our ends later in the game, oh, I was hoping I could get past that guy, but not tight enough movement on my part. Oopsie. We go here, I think. Do we climb that? We climbed that, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe not absolutely, but a vantage point would help us a little bit. Oh, and there's the teal cauldron there. So now we have a shortcut to everybody's favorite level. And by everybody's favorite level, I might be being sarcastic. Probably. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, there's a rareware crate over there. Yes, this is the decomp version, and I am using the analog camera controls, which I suspect was pretty clear by the, well, the smoothness of the motion of the camera. And we have just sunk the entrance to Rusty Bucket Bay, which quite frankly is not far off from what I wish I could do with Rusty Bucket Bay itself. Does it include the quality of life changes the Xbox version had? So, you do keep your notes when you die if you have the option on, which I do because, yeah, I know what I'm in for in this shithole of a level. I may not have been in here for like over 10 years, but I remember this place sucks. I have nightmares about Rusty Bucket Bay. Yeah, no. If I had to worry about that, I'd be upset. And that's all I can really come up with as a response here. However, I think I'm probably going to go for the propeller jiggy first anyway. Unless I can remember where the Jinjos are, I guess. Oh, and this doesn't go anywhere. I think that's just there for you to be able to get a look at where the Mad Monster Mansion... That doesn't make sense, though. You can't get here without beating Mad Monster Mansion, can you? And by beating, I really just mean opening that back gate and getting the pumpkin. So, yeah, that place is open. I feel the fact that the entrance is submerged should probably tell you as much as you need to know about the level. We are talking about N64 swimming controls here, so... Yeah... I guess, yeah, it would kind of be a trap. It's just a fairly easily escapable one. There have been worse things for me to be stuck underwater before in the past. That aren't Majora's Mask. Yeah, good point. I haven't played Majora's Mask in a while. I need to fix that. Oh. Whoops. I was thinking that was the other cauldron in here. I'm sorry, I might be slightly checked out early. Yeah, I haven't played Majora's Mask in a not small amount of time. I should probably do that this year again. There is something that I want to make that is related to Majora's Mask as a piece of YouTube video, and I swear, by the way, that those are going to be a thing again soon. I got sucked into writing way too many scripts. And also having like a very a sleep schedule. I usually record late at night because by that point it's easier for me to actually pull it off, basically. And I've been falling asleep early in the day quite a bit for the last like back half of the year. But yeah, I won't reveal exactly what my next video is, but if you follow my one piece of social media that I use, there's a hint on there. But I have scripts out the wazoo that I have to actually finish. I've got I've got some even that are going back years. I would have to look at when I first... So I said that I wanted to do something Majora's Mask related. I will at least reveal this, that I was looking into making a video about the rather infamous Ben Drowned thing, aka the Haunted Majora's Mask cartridge story. And basically talking about how that sort of affects perception of story and you know, how video game storytelling is this sort of interactive thing in a lot of ways. That was the wrong letter, but at least I got rid of the big crab, so that way he won't be haranguing me. And let me tell you, I've been piecing chunks of that script together since what I believe to be 2020. If I recall correctly, because I remember having a bit where I was talking about how Alex, aka the guy who made it, I forget what his last name is offhand, which will tell you how long it's been since I worked on that script, but I remember talking about him being a Tulsi Gabbard guy, because I was following him on Twitter at the time. Alex Hall, there we go. I remember following Alex Hall on Twitter at the time, and he, like, basically during the 2020 Democratic primary debates, he was like, oh yeah, Tulsi Gabbard seems really... And at that point, I was just like, how can you look at this person and think that this is a serious human being on any level? Oh, and then she turned out to be even worse than we thought in the intervening years, so big thumbs up there. The guy was also way into crypto, because of course he was. I don't know if Alex Hall is an AI bro, but I guess I wouldn't be too surprised if he was. Alex Hall just kind of seems like the Ed Annunziata of creepypasta, which is a comparison that will make sense to maybe one person in the audience here. And in fact, even if I manage to get that, I'll be fucking shocked. Yeah, you would be around the wheel. Translator's note, Ed Annunziata is the mind behind Echo the Dolphin. And Mr. Bones. And quite a few other very weird games for the Sega on the Genesis mostly, and its attachments. I think Mr. Bones was the only thing they did for Saturn. And he wasn't like the only person. And yeah, Colibri. Colibri is a 32X game, though. Now, I can't beat Rusty Bucket Bay in 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to actually call it here for gameplay for the evening. And we'll be starting with Rusty Bucket Bay tomorrow. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, no. Don't like that. It's okay. I have to imagine this isn't the most toxic thing that I've started a stream with, as I've definitely had some other games, in fact, maybe even some quite recently, where I had to deal with some absolute bullshit as like the first thing that I started a stream off with. Hang on, I'm trying to remember if I had anything that was really, really awful that I started in Metroid Prime 2, because Prime 2 is a very hard game. And I was playing it on Prime Hack, and it was still pretty rough. At times. But yeah,